How to make your own is coming. It's you. How to make your own future. No one is coming. Let me tell you something real, something most people run from because it's uncomfortable. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to hand you the life you picture in your head at 2 a.m. when you're lying awake, imagining what your future could look like. It's you. It has always been you. And the moment you stop waiting for a miracle, a sign, a perfect time, is the moment your life finally starts moving. I learned that early, not because I wanted to, but because life cornered me. When you realize no cavalry is riding in, you either break or you build. And I chose to build. Not because I had all the answers, not because I had money, support, or guarantees, because I had hunger. And hunger is the one thing nobody can take from you unless you hand it away. Right now, you might be sitting there thinking your situation is too hard, too heavy, too complicated. But let me ask you something. If you don't take ownership of your future, who will? Nobody feels your dreams the way you do. Nobody hears that voice inside your chest that refuses to die, even when the world tells you to give up. Nobody sees the future you see, and that's exactly why no one else can build it. Your future isn't built on talent. It's built on choices, on discipline, on the small decisions you make when nobody is watching, on the sacrifices you make when everyone else is sleeping, on the commitment you honor long after the excitement wears off. This isn't about luck. This is about responsibility. Your responsibility, because the vision you have, your future isn't a fantasy. It's a contract you signed with yourself the moment you said, I want more. You want to change your life? Start by changing your habits. You want to build something meaningful? Start by building consistency. You want a future you're proud of? Start acting like the version of you who already achieved it. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Because nothing changes until you change. Nothing moves until you move. And every single day you delay is a day you're giving away to doubt, to fear, to comfort. You have to be willing to bet on yourself when nobody else does. You have to be willing to invest energy into the version of you that doesn't exist yet. That's the hard part. That's the lonely part. But that's also the part where transformation happens. The part where you realize that your future isn't waiting on opportunity, it's waiting on courage, your courage. People think the biggest enemy of success is failure. It's not. It's hesitation. It's the story you tell yourself about why you can't, why you shouldn't, why you need to wait. You know what hesitation costs you? Your future. You know what action gives you? Options, freedom, momentum. And once you taste that momentum, once you feel yourself becoming stronger, sharper, more focused, you'll never want to go back to who you were. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the world to validate your dream. Stop waiting for a perfect plan. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start messy. Start scared. Start unsure. But start. Because the future you want is not built on certainty. It's built on commitment. You owe it to yourself to stop standing at the door of the life you want and start walking toward it. You are the architect of your future. You are the engine. You are the answer. And once you accept that, truly accept it, something shifts. The excuses get quieter. The vision gets louder. the path gets clearer, and the world starts responding to the energy you give it. No one is coming. Not because they don't care, not because they don't see you, but because this journey is yours. This transformation is yours. This victory is yours. And the future you're dreaming about, it's not out of reach. It's waiting for you to finally claim it. So step up. Take control. Build it. Shape it. Fight for it. Your future is in your hands where it was always meant to be. Taking ownership of your future begins the moment you stop waiting for someone else to change your life. Most people don't realize how much of their life is spent in waiting for motivation, waiting for opportunity, waiting for the right person, the right timing, the right circumstances. But the truth is, nothing shifts until you shift. Life doesn't hand out breakthrough as it reveals them to people who decide to move first. When you stop looking outward for someone to guide you, push you, or rescue you, you start tapping into the strength that's been inside you the entire time. That moment of realization is powerful because it forces you to see yourself not as a passenger, but as the driver. Taking ownership means admitting that your life is exactly where your decisions have led you. That's not an easy thing to accept. It requires honesty. It requires humility. It requires maturity. But once you accept it, the weight you feel transforms into control. You recognize that if your choices got you here, your choices can also take you somewhere better. You start trading blame for responsibility, excuses for action, and doubt for direction. Ownership isn't about guilt. It's about power. It's the turning point where you stop reacting to life and start creating it. This shift is emotional before it becomes practical. Inside you, there's a quiet voice that knows you're capable of more, a voice that gets louder every time you feel stuck, overlooked, or underestimated. But many people silence that voice because they fear what it demands, change. Ownership forces you to confront your patterns, your comfort zones, your habits. It pushes you to ask hard questions. What am I doing that keeps me stuck? What am I not doing that could move me forward? What am I avoiding because it's uncomfortable? These questions create clarity, and clarity builds direction. Once you take ownership, something incredible happens. Your mindset changes from why is this happening to me to what can I do with this? Challenges become opportunities. Setbacks become feedback. Failure becomes a teacher instead of a punishment. Instead of seeing obstacles as reasons to quit, you see them as chances to grow. Ownership turns struggle into strategy. It turns uncertainty into experimentation. It turns fear into fuel. You stop waiting for someone else to open the door and start building your own. And when you operate from ownership, your actions begin to align with your goals. You wake up with intention instead of drift. You use your time differently, and you protect your energy differently. You choose the people around you more carefully because you understand they influence your direction. You start valuing progress over perfection. You stop needing applause to keep going because you're no longer driven by external validation. You're driven by the commitment you made to yourself. People who wait for someone else to change their life stay stuck in cycles. They don't stay stuck. People who take ownership break those cycles because they're willing to act before they feel ready. They don't wait to be chosen. They choose themselves. And that choice creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. And confidence creates opportunity. What starts as a small internal decision turns into a complete shift in your life. When you stop waiting, you become unstoppable. You realize that the resources you thought were missing weren't the problem. Your belief in yourself was. You realize that excuses feel good in the moment but cost you in the long run. You realize that nobody is responsible for unlocking your potential but you. And once you fully accept that, you begin moving with a different kind of drive, a different kind of hunger, a different kind of discipline. You stop negotiating with your limitations and start negotiating with your future. The world begins to respond differently because you are different. Your future is built through consistent daily choices, not talent, luck, or perfect timing. Most people admire success from the outside and can themselves. It's something special, something reserved for the gifted or the fortunate. But when you look closely at anyone who has built something meaningful, you see the same truth every time. Their greatness was created one decision at a time, not dramatic decisions, not once in a lifetime opportunities, but the quiet, unglamorous, repetitive choices they made when nobody was watching. Consistency is the real separator. It's the force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes. Daily choices are powerful because they accumulate. Every day you choose discipline over comfort. You build strength. Every day you choose focus over distraction. You sharpen your direction. Every day you choose perseverance over excuses. You stretch your potential. Most people underestimate these small decisions because they seem insignificant in the moment. Waking up a little earlier, studying a little longer, practicing a little harder, saving a little more. None of these choices feel life changing on their own, but stacked together over weeks, months, and years, they become the foundation of a future that looks completely different from where you started. Consistency requires patience, and that's why so many fail to maintain it. We live in a world that chases quick results, instant validation, and overnight transformation. But anything that comes fast goes just fast. What lasts is built slowly. Your daily choices are like bricks. Some days you stack 10. Some days you barely manage one, but as long as you keep building, the wall rises. People around you may not notice the progress at first. They may not understand the quiet work you're doing, but you're not building for applause. You're building for your future. You're investing in a version of yourself that will thank you for not giving up when it was easier to quit. When you commit to consistent choices, you stop relying on motivation and start relying on discipline. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like weather. Discipline is steady. It carries you on days when you're tired, discouraged, or uncertain. It keeps you moving when your emotions try to pull you back. Uplandism isn't about perfection. It's about returning to your path again and again. And it's about reminding yourself what you want long term and letting that guide your actions in the present moment. Daily choices also shape your identity. Every time you choose growth over limitation, you reinforce the belief that you're someone who follows through. Every time you choose effort over excuses, You strengthen your confidence. Identity isn't built through big declarations. It's built through consistent demonstration. When you act like the person you want to become, you slowly become that person. And once your identity shifts, your future opens up in ways you couldn't even imagine before. So when you think about your future, don't look for some massive breakthrough that will suddenly change everything. Look at what you're choosing today. Look at how you spend your time, what you feed your mind, who you surround yourself with, and whether your actions match your ambitions. These choices tell the real story. Um, they determine whether your dreams stay fantasies or become realities. When you take control of your daily decisions, you take control of your destiny. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is powerful, and it is the most dependable way to build a future you can be proud of.